The first drumbeat lands, the highlight reel rolls, jaws drop in the studio, and social media is on fire. 3 names, 3 impacts, 1 message, dominance. What's really ticking inside this machine shows up immediately.
My goodness,
and
he
now
called
the new UFC lightweight champion, Ilia Topuria.
He said he was going to knock him out in the first round, and he did it.
This isn't empty talk, it's a bomb timer. No horoscopes, no ifs or buts. Prediction out, delivery on point. Absolute madness becomes a footnote, because behind that quote, there's more than power, and that's where it gets interesting.
I already said it, I represent the new generation of the mixed martial arts.
Not a poster line, a system check, new software, tougher hardware, 0 errors. A blueprint where barely said and it crackles already. With Paddy
Shut
Pimblett.
up.
That's what you are. You're a little
Shut up. If not, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna crash your face right here.
Media day flips into a face crash countdown. Not trash talk, more like a delivery date with a guarantee. Public tension, electricity in the air, short, sharp, no small talk, and of course Paddy's reply is quick and loud.
What'll you do? You'll do nothing.
A spark insisting it isn't a fire. Irony as a guard. Bold. 2 names, 1 look, 2 lines, and the rivalry is active. Why an Ilia callout isn't noise, but a warning signal becomes clear in the next beat. From here, it's open season, not a callout, a laser dot, and the shooter hits. Memes, matchup threads, KO gifs on loop. Perception becomes reality, and reality hurts. If you still doubt it, listen to the pros.
When I think of like a scary opponent, what makes me go, woo, that's Ilia. Ilia gives me that, he could put your in lights out and change life.
Scary here means high risk, low comfort, raw power, cool precision, minimal error windows. Game plans start to crackle. Time for proof. He says it. He does it.
Take on the #1 guy, not just for the world title, which he wanted to be. He's got to take out the #1 pound for pound fighter ever. He's ran into the divisions ever. Go!
Straight to the boss fight, final boss for warm-up, and still grinning. If you aim at P4P #1, you're here to flip the board. Then comes the thunderclap, words like a sledgehammer, and the door bursts open. No if-then, a prediction delivered. The myth, he says it, he does it, gets concreted in. So into the proof montage, Volkanovski versus Topuria.
Both men had their moments in round 1.
Balance only on the surface. Clean shots here, thunder replies there, feints, distance checks, reads, and every fully loaded right hand freezes the arena. Then it tilts from even to impact.
He said he was going to stumble and crumble him.
Oh my goodness, that power.
Wow. A shocking result in Anaheim to many. Ilia Topuria not surprised, and the 27-year-old Spaniard is on top of the mixed martial arts world.
And now, UFC undisputed featherweight champion of the world.
Turns into checkmate. Raw wattage, surgically placed. The momentum shifts, the belt changes hands, and at 27, the new champ's engine is just warming up. The logical follow-up, who dares next? The spotlight finds Max Holloway.
I'm very, very excited for that fight. I haven't been this excited for a fight for a while, so I'm looking forward to that one, but I think Max potentially could piece him up.
He sounds harmless if you don't know Max. Once he finds the rhythm, points turn into clouds. Style question, Ilia's explosive power versus Max's constant fire, output, angles, cardio, and a chin that's extended careers.
One of the most beloved fighters in the world, and
beloved, celebrated, feared. He's where hype gets audited. Max arrives like an orchestra, everything on beat. Ex-champ, king of the volume fight. If anyone stretches timing, it's him.
go!
Wow! Oh my goodness, and called for it! Called for him to stand and trade! We have seen it.
Undisputed UFC BMF champion of the world, the pride of Hawaii, Max Blade!
I gotta say, I'm him, guys.
up for the late shocker. This is where the building explodes. Round 5, real cinema, BMF and neon. Getting loud after a crescendo like that is risky, unless your name is Ilia Topuria and you live on guarantees. His comes now. Max's aura whispers unkowable. The numbers say untouchable. Ilia grins like he's holding the cheat code. The stage is set, expectations loaded. The next line gets framed or regretted.
What makes me feel very excited about that fight is that no one could knock him out, and I'm like, there is no way I'm not gonna knock him out. I will be the first one to knock him out, because every time I watch him fight, I'm like, I'm way better than him. If you put me only with him in kickboxing or in boxing, even in a chess match, I beat him. Like, well, whatever you wanna do, boy.
Not a prediction, a test result. Even in chess, fists as bishop and knight, the king already tilting. Max brings endurance and precision. Ilia counters with pure certainty. Every game set to finish. Fuse lit, now it's official.
5 rounds if needed for the undisputed UFC featherweight championship.
5 rounds on offer, but power dictates the tempo. Not a normal main event. A myth test. Topuria's gravity versus Holloway's constant current. Title lights, pressure, history. No room for errors. The answer begins.
Very smart by Max Holloway not to do that. Ilia Topuria has way too much power early.
Holloway reads the danger and switches to survival. Distance, angles, tiny adjustments. Oxygen out, sparks off. Early rounds are Ilia's territory. Every blocked right costs interest. Tactics versus physics. This is where the scale tips.
So in many respects, it has been power versus volume tonight. Bigger shots, DC, would you agree for Ilia?
Yes, the bigger moments.
The numbers may like Max, the moments belong to Ilia. One of his shots weighs like 5 jabs. Arenas react to impacts. Scorecards love volume. Highlights love violence. And that sits on his side. Then the scale flips for good.
Oh! Massive knockdown for Topuria! And still, he does it again! Ilia Topuria!
This dude at 145.
My God, dude. Oh my goodness.
The quake that rewrites game plans. One clean impact and the octagon grows gravity. Max stands, but the round belongs to power. Now Undisputed gets a new face.
UFC undisputed featherweight champion of the world, Ilia Topuria.
New nameplate for the division. No replay needed. The belt picture is enough. Strapping in, eruption, cameras, socials, power shift, headlines, chairs moving in the rankings. Beneath that scene sits a simple, dangerous story. A promise that rewrites careers. Acclaim becomes branding. He says it. He does it. Press room, interviews, tweets, statement, delivery, aura. Time to look at the foundation. Behind the right hand is a ground labyrinth. 7 submissions, Georgian wrestling, Spanish polish, not a gimmick, a toolbox, steel basics, boxing timing, pressure on top, traps below, not a puncher, a complete problem.
What he said he's going to do, he is an absolute complete fighter. You know, stand up is beautiful, ground, grappling, everything. Yeah, this kid's a star.
Complete means you decide where the fight happens and how it ends. Striking, clinch, mat, questions with a pain option. That's why every game plan crackles. One weight class isn't enough. Eyes move up. Lightweight calls. 2 doors kicked in. Hype is done. Featherweight sorted. Neon business card dropped at lightweight. Aftershocks, not replays. Reverent press rooms. All caps headlines. Shaky rankings. The question grows. Best fighter on the planet?
From a punching power standpoint, you know, he knocks out Volkanovski, Holloway, and Oliveira, you know, 3 amazing fighters in a row. Is he the hardest hitter pound for pound that the UFC has ever had?
He's on a great 3-fight win streak for sure. You know, all legends that he knocked out. I don't know. I don't know where he sits pound for pound punching power, but, you know, moving up a weight class like that and doing what you say you're going to do in the first round and the way he did it is very impressive.
That's what a status shift sounds like. Not a hype train, more like a tough seal. The PDN4P relevant. The hardest puncher P4P. No trumpets, but clear recognition. So how do you reload this power? With prime, frequency, and routine.
Hopefully 2 or 3 times. That will be good.
2 3?
Yeah, because I don't like to fight like a lot, because I like to prepare all my fights as a professional, and I like to respect all my fights, to analyze them, to do the right game plan.
Calendar, not wish list, 2 to 3 outings, each with a lab report. At 28, deep in the prime window, recovery on point, camps timed, analysis over adrenaline. The question remains, who's next? And in which weight class? Enter Islam.
I'm here. You can't keep avoiding me all the.
A call out turns into a deadline, not a request. A clock for the summit. Roadmap, not a spark. Title, weight, location, I'm coming to you. Then he turns the knob higher.
And he should take them down and talk to Dana. I would do it to Khabib. Like, I will take him, but.
And then talk to Khabib.
Talk to Khabib. Khabib, I have to do it.
Now, one name, one legacy, one shadow. Dropping Khabib is branding with Nitro. The man behind the man. It's symbolism beyond belts. A dynasty challenge. From that, scenarios that make the division nervous. 2 doors, both mean pressure. Islam calls Ilia up, super fight, or he drops down into the featherweight wasp nest. Title politics, limits, PPV logic. No matter how you do the math, Ilia versus Islam is the knot. Before that, you need the right mid-boss. Sounds like marketing, not a matchup. Paddy is PPV confetti. Loud, colorful, cameras everywhere. But competitively, it's rubber mallet versus jackhammer. Reach is big, proving ground is small. For real validation, there's one name you can't avoid. This is where matchmakers hold their breath, not a tune-up and a skill test at final boss level. Metronome pace, chain grappling, clean striking. Maximum sense, 0 sugar, pure protein. Fan dreams like Dustin or Gaethje. First pass the mechanic check, not a compliment.
But at this point, just imagine a fight between me and. I love that dog, Dustin Poirier. He's a fucking fighter, you know what I mean? You know that he goes in and he fights till he dies.
A warning light, fireproof heart, experience, clean hands, substance plus spotlight. Then comes the second fan favorite with a different expectation. Heretical? Maybe. Stylistically, it's fuse versus precision. Chaos becomes predictable. Entertaining? Sure. Ideal for the Islam roadmap? Not really. The path is clear. Paddy for Echo. Tsarukyan for certification. Then the Empire.
If I don't believe in myself, who else is gonna do it for me, right? So I need myself like this. I need myself trusting in the whole process and everything I'm doing, and my abilities, my skills, and my power. So I'm like this. Some people like it, some not, but this is who I am.
Not a motivational line, an operating system. Doubt uninstalled, process calibrated. When conviction meets tools, you get those he says it and does it moments that rattle divisions. The next step is more than a matchup. It's a power shift, not a preview, a tectonic threat. If Tsarukyan falls, the throne room opens, and Super Fight turns into a calendar invite. We're no longer talking about knights, we're talking power structure, brand, matchmaking, money orbit the same name. Now it's your turn. Drop your takes in the comments. We read everything. If you're into this MMA gossip with bite, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Every interaction pushes the project and makes the next bombs even louder. Next video stays MMA/UFC to the core. And what happens there, you won't believe.